objective of the rice trafficking law was to ensure food security, make the country's agricultural sector viable and globally competitive by using tariffs, and stabilize food prices and inflation. What you can do to help Filipino rice farmers? Groups urge Filipinos to buy local rice and support Filipino farmers as they feel the severe effect of the rice trafficking law. Farming is seen as the poor man's life, when farming requires a lot of education, but the mindset will be hard to change. The Philippines is the eighth largest producer of rice in the world, yet our farmers are still one of the poorest sector in this country. The problem in the Philippines, instead of making a huge profit, is less than half their income. That's why no one wants to put young people into farming. The horizon stretches as it embraces everything. The valley of trees, grasses, and anything green have painted up murals of hopes and portraits of dreams. We till our soul for survival, sometimes for growth, mostly for development, but always for survival. In times in crisis wherein lands control them, we are responsible to do other way around the present. For the children, for the future. They need us as much we need them. The doctor heals, the lawyer pleads, the miner follows, the precious leads. But this or that, whatever before, the farmer, he must feed them all. The merchant he may buy and sell, the teacher does his duty well. But may toil through busy days, or men may stroll through present ways. From the king to beggar, whatever before, the farmer, he must feed them all. The Philippines is very rich in land. That will be our strength. We should focus on helping these Filipinos. The farm is our only source of livelihood. Maybe someday, there will be no farm, just factories. Hardships, sweat, blood. The problem with the youth today is that they rarely go out of the farm. They are uncomfortable under the sun and the heat. The youth today are vain, and the farmers' children don't know anything about farming. They choose to work elsewhere, so nobody else will continue farming. If we are not encouraging and inspiring young people to go into farming, I think that's going to be a big problem in the future. So what is the future of farming? If we think about it, what is the future of farming? There is none. No one wants to initiate, no one wants to modernize. So I think the future of farming is the farmer will pass away. Their children won't continue the trade that the future. The problem is abuse. No more people to the farm the land. No more crops to harvest. No more food on the table and hunger. Our country will experience a food shortage if no one want to plant. For sure, everyone will be hungry. The situation is dire, but not helpless. Action must be done, and they must be done right now. The Philippines requires farmers intelligent, skilled, modernized, and dedicated farmers. To initiate change is to empower people and to change their mindset and open their horizon. Filipinos must know how to use their tools. The problem facing Filipino agriculture are deep and wide. Any attempt to solve them seem futile at worst and temporary at best. But steps must be made and action must be done. The more I realize the importance of rice in our lives, when I witnessed the long queue for staple food during the onslaught of Typhoon Yolanda. Farming has to be sustained. Let's have them create more income. Quite simply, if farmers and other members of the agricultural community do not devote time and energy to policy, the void that is left will be filled by others who do not have our best interests in mind. We cannot lose agriculture because it is a backbone of our economy. Food is always the essence of living, and farming is the essence of everything. The fact is that there will be no plant breeders in long white coats working on experimental farms. if it were not for the prior knowledge gained from rural communities. Indigenous knowledge is the foundation of modern science in this and many other fields and continues to be reference and reference center for modern plant breeding. Today, faced with the threat of global warming and climate changes across agricultural zones, scientists are on lookout for crop varieties that are more heat tolerant. This information they acquire by going to desert and hot region and asking local farming communities about the varieties that grow in that region and that can withstand extreme heat. Armed with the benefit of indigenous knowledge, scientists return to their labs and their experimental farms and engage in breeding and selection programs that will result in a combination of traits that they seek to achieve in the new variety that is going to be designed for post-global warming agriculture. Necessary for human life that many Filipinos should appreciate. Agriculture is a backbone if we compare it to man because without it, we will not live completely improper. Our government needs to focus on all sectors of agriculture as we can run out of our raw materials in the production of new products that meet our needs. How can we value cultivation or agriculture? We can appreciate this when it comes to implementing different laws and implementing different programs. Problems of the agricultural sector. Problems that are ignored. Problems that are not solved. Grievances ignored. Need to be ignored. Due to the problems of the agricultural sector, mainly changing our economy. A government that is friend of our people. A government that is ready to support our countrymen on their farm. Not just farm, but also a fishery. A government that is ready to guide the development of our homeland, a government that will inspire the people, a stable government for wealth in the town of nature. Farming has many needs that are not being met due to lack of funds because the other members of the government are stealing money that is provided for the farm. So we should not be blind and wise in the decision we make. We have to improve the lives of our farmers and make the sector more sustainable despite its many challenges. If we want to change the landscape of prosperity of our country, we must pay attention and give importance to our farmers and other players in agriculture. Everything should start from loving the farmers and giving due importance to them. Despite this, the agrarian sector remains the poorest in the country. Farmers starve and as a result, young people become more and more disinterested in engaging in farming as a means of a livelihood. Farmers are high in hopes. If farmers were prioritized and given enough significance, the economy of the Philippines may have boomed long ago because of the agricultural sector. The Kidapawan massacre could have been avoided and most of all, farmers would get respect they deserve for feeding the entire country. What happened to the Kidapawan massacre? Here a ruthless killing of 3 farmers took place and more than 116 injured. 500 farmers marched in front of the National Food Authority office in Kidapawan on March 29, 2016 to start a protest saying that we're suffering for starving and they have no income because of the El Nino phenomenon. North Cotabato Governor Emilio Tolentino Mendoza spoke with the farmers and the farmers' names were sent to the local government unit to give them rice ration and benefit from the province calamity fund. The police tried to evict the farmers until they were stumbled and killed. If you care about the farmers and see what we do every day on a sunny day, if the government gives what they really need, and if the Philippines no longer relies on rice to another country, our economy will flourish and everyone will be at peace without disturbing us. If you eat today, thank a farmer. Farm is the noblest profession. Do you agree? Because without farmers, there will be no food to eat. The farm produces quality products for people's health and wellness, support local farmers, and help in conserving the environment. Various organizations and individuals have been contributing to a greener and more sustainable Philippines in their own ways. Always remember that everything we need is taken care of because there is a farmer share us for our people who can come up with every day, and it's a grace that the Lord gives. Farming does a great job without turning our backs on them because they contribute so much to our society. Farm is a lucrative job. If we promote farm or agricultural education, we will improve farming. In the Philippines, if we fight their salaries, they will have a simple and healthy life.